no better way to spend Father's Day than with an old-fashioned. I'm Jennifer Sanasi. You're watching News 24 Live. I'm joined in studio by the regional brand ambassador for Ronza Kappa. That's Bradley Jacobs. He's going to show us how to make a chocolate old-fashioned. Hello.
How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
Amazing.
A chocolate old-fashioned. I love chocolate. You know that. So I'm very excited about
Maybe.
this.
So what we're going to be doing today is obviously, like I said, a chocolate old-fashioned. It's a pre-prohibition drink and that has been made over in the States for a longest time. We've adjusted the recipe ever so slightly to accentuate the national flavors on the Ronza Kappa 23-year-old. But I really wanted to get your hands dirty.
Okay.
So we're going to make our own old-fashioned over here. I'll stay in the glass. You use the mixing beaker.
All right. And this is usually made with bourbon.
It is generally made with bourbon, but it works amazingly well with rum as well, especially the intricate flavors of Ronza Kappa. And what we're doing today, we're going to sort of using a bit of ingredients to accentuate those natural flavors.
All right. So how do we get started here?
Okay, so essentially what you want to do first is ice up your beaker. So I'll grab the ice beaker over here and just top up a few blocks of ice into it.
Okay. Why do we need that?
So the ice basically helps with cooling the drink firstly.
Okay.
And then essentially to extract a little bit of dilution.
All right.
Generally, we're going to stir the old-fashioned, and we don't want to shake it. Shaking, generally, you can't control dilution through shaking, so we just want to extract a little bit of dilution. That's why I'm going to give it a bit of a stir. So what we're going to do essentially now is add a double shot of Ronza Kappa. Let me open the bottle for you.
Okay.
But essentially, you're going to be doing it yourself.
All right. At least you're helping me with the first bit.
There we go.
Thank you. So I'm going to put a double shot.
A double shot. So this is something called a jigger. Essentially, it's a single shot on the one end and double shot on the other.
Okay.
We obviously said we're going to do the double shot.
All right. Should I put more in there?
I'll definitely put more in there.
Okay. Just fill it right to the
Fill
top.
it right to the top and pop it into the beaker. No, that's already a double.
Oh, is that too?
So
Okay.
it's 50 mils over there. Let me add a double to my glass as well. I'll
right.
mix it directly into the glass for myself.
Oh my gosh, can you imagine if I put 2 in there? It would be rolling me out of here.
Could have a bit of fun. So what I've done essentially now is made a homemade chocolate bitters. So what you
Did you
find
make this?
in the small little vial here. So what you find in the small little vial is chocolate bitters made from organic cocoa nib. So I might put 3 mils into a vial like this. Essentially what we're going to do now is top it into our cocktail.
All right.
Sure.
So if you don't have this at home, what can you use instead?
Angostura makes the bitters as well. Essentially, you can use that, but it's not chocolate flavored.
Okay.
Unfortunately, in South Africa, our bitter market is a really, really tiny one. We don't necessarily get so many flavors.
So you can make
so
your
we
own.
need to make our own.
All right.
Cool. So pop that into your glass
Smells delicious.
while I ice up mine.
All right. My bitters are in.
Your bitters are in.
And I'm going to be using this to stir.
You will be using the spoon to stir. So
I'm going to
essentially.
bring this in front of me here.
Yeah. So what you want to do is add your chocolate bitters. It's
I
in there.
did it already.
And Ronza Kappa works. It's obviously all natural sweet flavors coming through. So what we want to do is add a bit of sugar syrup. So it's a sweetening agent.
And sugar syrup is just essentially sugar and water, isn't
Exactly. So it's boiled together. Essentially, you make a sugar syrup using sugar and water in
All
a
right.
pot. So
Must I put the
this
whole
is seven mils in here.
Okay.
Essentially, you want to add that to your mixing beaker.
In it goes.
So the thicker the sugar syrup, essentially, the more viscosity you're going to affect onto your cocktail.
All
so
right.
your mouthfeel is usually affected by essentially viscosity.
All right.
So I'll put that over there. And now the fun part, we get to stirring. So what we want to do is, there's a beautiful technique to stirring, and I'll show you quickly.
Okay.
But it's not something that gets perfected in 2 seconds.
All right. I'm going to try that.
Cool.
I can't guarantee I'm going to get it on the first try.
So we're going to give it a bit of a stir. Ah,
Am I doing
natural.
it? Am I doing it?
A natural, we have a
Woo!
natural. So give it a bit of a stir. Essentially what you're doing now is exacting dilution and obviously allowing for flavors to marry beautifully in your
Okay.
glass.
I'm a natural bartender.
Natural.
Geez, this gets a little tiring on the fingers after a while.
Not the easiest thing to do, I must say.
You're going much faster than me.
Might have been doing it for a little bit longer.
Yeah.
But a good stirring technique for a first timer.
Well, thank you.
Let me add,
Thank
let
you.
me add,
Thank
let me
you.
add. So now what we're going to do is give it a bit of a taste. Classic bartender, we do this. Give it a bit of a taste there.
Okay, here on.
Ah.
Ah.
a natural. Good
Mmm.
flavors.
That's very nice.
Very nice. So what we give it a little bit more of a stir. Essentially what we want to do now is ice up your glass.
Okay.
I'll do that for you if you
What a
don't mind.
gentleman.
I do try.
Yours is already in your glass. That was clever.
Yeah. Once again, I've done this once or twice.
Yeah.
So use this into a glass now. You're going to ice up your beaker once again.
Okay.
Makes it a bit easier from a stirring point of view. And then we're going to strain it out into your glass. So I want
Okay.
you to hold the strainer essentially in one hand
All right.
and the beaker in the other.
All right.
And we strain it out into our glass.
Like so.
That's perfect.
I'm so proud of myself.
I'm so proud of you.
Oh, thank you. All right.
Happy days. So I'm going to
Good.
just scoop some ice
Okay.
from this into my glass to fill it up with a little bit of ice. There we go. And last but certainly not least, we want to do a cinnamon roll as a garnish.
Oh,
It
that's so
works
fancy.
beautiful to accentuate the flavors of that spicy notes on the Ronze Kappa.
Yeah.
We're going to give it a bit of a blaze with a lighter.
Okay.
You take a lighter, give it a bit of a
Just burn the tip there.
just burn the tip. What that will do is
Looks
essentially
like a
give
cigar
you... It does actually.
for Dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It gives that beautiful cinnamon smoke off. And as that cinnamon smoke is going, you add it to your glass.
Great. Thank you very much. Are you
See,
going to
I
do
was
this
a gentleman.
one? Ooh, that smells divine.
And that cinnamon smoke really rounds off the nose of this old fashioned. So when essentially we want to get it onto our palate, essentially need to stick the glass nose like this and give it a bit of a smell. And that chocolate and sweet Ronze Kappa flavors
That
sort of
smells
beautifully
divine.
mingling with that cinnamon smoke rounds off this flavor of this cocktail awesomely well.
Yum. Should we give it a try?
I definitely
All
want.
right.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Well done.
Thank you. I'm afraid of the cinnamon stick's going to burn me.
That's cool. That's cool.
That was
It's-
cool.
it'll die. It died already.
Okay.
Just to give you that initial nose, yeah.
That's delicious.
It's my absolute pleasure.
And so simple to make.
And so simple to make. You can make this at home. You don't necessarily need a crystal decanter to mix in or a bar spoon. You could use a teaspoon and obviously just mix your Ronze Kappa old fashioned up.
Well, there you have it, a chocolate old-fashioned for your dad this Father's Day. Let us know what you're going to be drinking with Dad for Father's Day in the comments section below this video.